INFJs are thought to be the rarest personality type, which is why they can be perceived as weird. Being unique might make it difficult to connect with others because most people don't operate or view the world in the same way. Growing up can be challenging for the INFJ, especially when they see themselves as odd. INFJs are the least likely to be who they appear to be. While some people believe they have an INFJ all figured out, there is undoubtedly much more beneath the surface that is yet to be discovered. Today I'm talking about the top 9 weird habits of INFJs that no one understands. Let's get into it. Welcome to Success for Breakfast, where I'm serving up brain food made simple. Hit that subscribe button to get daily videos created to give you the tools to level up and love your life. Leave a comment and let me know that you subscribe because I'm going to go in and make sure I reply to as many of you as I can when you do. Number 9 on today's list is that they plan for everything. Let's just say that if you take an INFJ out to a new restaurant for dinner, don't be surprised if they already know what they want, where it is, how to get there, and even where they want to sit. This is due to the fact that INFJs plan for everything, with social gatherings being one of their primary focuses. While most INFJs play it cool, such as scanning the menu to avoid looking like a total lunatic, they have most likely planned this all out ahead of time. Aside from pre-planning an outfit the day before, an INFJ may inquire about how loud, busy, or crowded the restaurant would be in order to mentally prepare for the environment. This is one of the key reasons why unexpected and abrupt changes in plans can easily trigger INFJ anxiety, since they require time to properly understand what they should expect. Number 8 weird habit of INFJs is they can see two sides in everyone. Most INFJs try to see the best in everyone, and while this might be challenging in some situations, the INFJ believes that every personality has two sides. Yin and yang, hot and cold, highs and lows, whatever you want to call it, the inquisitive INFJ enjoys analyzing the behaviors of others, and it soon becomes clear that not everyone is as shady or angelic as they appear. While this allows INFJs to recognize the good in others, it also causes them to be critical of seemingly nice people until they get to know them on the inside and out. They understand that everyone makes mistakes, but they also understand the distinction between a mistake and a behavior. This is why, above all, INFJs want people who are genuine and sincere in those they feel to be close to them. The 7th weird habit of an INFJ is they can really hide their nervousness. INFJs can make it appear as if everything is good and dandy on the outside while battling on the inside, and they can also mask their introverted anxiety while in social circumstances. Some people are startled to learn that the INFJ they know is actually an introvert. This is because an INFJ understands human behavior and how to have a proper social interaction, so they know what to do to appear liked and confident. On the inside, they may be feeling overwhelmed, uncomfortable, and uninterested, but they are capable of making it appear as if they are completely energetic, joyful, and eager to socialize on the outside. Of course, some INFJs are more introverted than others, and this is dependent on the social setting. The number 6 weird habit that no one understands is they can disassociate from reality by thinking too deeply. It's no surprise that the INFJ spends a lot of time in their head, but how can INFJs appear to be such good listeners when they spend so much time thinking? While INFJs can choose to be good listeners when they want to, they can also easily drift off into their mind's inner workings. INFJs can disassociate their minds from the duties that their bodies are accountable for, whether it's performing routine tasks or doing something as basic as driving to work. They may even become sidetracked during a discussion because they are too preoccupied with finding solutions in their minds. While it may not be clear from the outside, INFJs can be deep in thought and appear perfectly focused. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please show your appreciation by clicking the like button. That tells YouTube that you believe other people should see this video as well. The 5th weird INFJ habit that no one understands is they have their guard up 90% of the time. INFJs are far more private than most people believe. In fact, while being introverted, INFJs have an extra layer of reluctance when it comes to communicating their own ideas. Not only are INFJs used to feeling misunderstood because of the way they see the world, but they also don't want to burden people with their baggage. INFJs like to be the ones who help rather than those who are helped. So no matter how well someone believes they know an INFJ, there's always more to learn. Even so, an INFJ will never reveal all of their secrets. Coming in at number 4 on today's list is they have fantasized about strangers. INFJs are enthusiastic people who enjoy imagining potential future possibilities. As a result, when they are attracted to someone, they can easily visualize potential future possibilities with that person using only their imagination. While some INFJ fantasies may be sexual in nature, This personality type is more concerned with things like how their parents would respond if they met this person, how great life would be financially, how great of a father or mother they would be, and things like that. They may even obsess on the idea of who they think someone is before getting to know them, only to be disappointed when this person doesn't live up to the idealized picture the INFJ created in their own head. Ironically, it is this rich imagination that makes it difficult for an INFJ to settle down in the first place. Starting our top 3 weird habits of INFJs is they hold back a lot of what they want to say. This inquisitive personality type is continuously evaluating and sensing the energy of their surroundings. In fact, it's safe to assume that most personality types don't spend nearly as much time analyzing as the INFJ. Therefore, the INFJ notices things that others would ordinarily overlook. INFJs know things that others don't, which may make situations stressful and unpleasant because this introverted personality is torn between saying anything and risk being misunderstood for their intentions, or hanging back and letting the situation work itself out. Because the INFJ is so empathetic to others, they normally keep their mouths closed to avoid hurting anyone's feelings or stirring up a pot that shouldn't be meddled with. While it may not be obvious from the outside, if an INFJ knows something that others don't, they are most likely screaming inside, wanting to tell somebody. And by the way, if you've enjoyed our breakfast brain food together, please consider buying me a coffee to support this channel. You can do so by following the link in the description. The number 2 weird habit of an INFJ is that they sometimes don't understand themselves. INFJs can appear to have their entire life worked out, when in reality they are just as confused as everyone else. Although most INFJs would rightly argue that they have a better knowledge of the purpose of life experience and the lessons we're here to learn, they still struggle with the role of a successful person here on Earth. INFJs frequently struggle to understand themselves as a whole, including their feelings and long-term aspirations. Despite asking themselves all the introspective life questions, INFJs sometimes don't know if where they are in life is where they need to be, if who they're with is who they're intended to be with, and if they're making the correct steps towards the future that they're not sure about. INFJs are quite clear about what they don't want, yet knowing what they do want might be harder. Topping today's list and coming in at the number 1 weird habit of INFJs that no one understands is they can be secretly obsessed with bettering themselves. INFJs may appear to have everything going their way at times, but what most people don't realize is that this is far from the case. The perfectionist personality type is always striving for self-improvement, and while their path may change depending on their objective, they are always on it. They may appear to be entirely at ease in their own skin, but on the inside they are quite demanding of themselves in terms of health and fitness. Or they may appear to be content with their high-paying but stressful job, when in reality, every night when they go home, they are looking for something better. INFJs always have something up their sleeve, which can be both a positive and a negative attribute depending on how easily they are on themselves. Most people have no idea how high the expectations are for most INFJs. INFJs can appear or act awkwardly at times, although this is often due to their exceptional sense of intuition and empathy. They are able to see things that others miss or fail to identify, which makes the environment stressful and often uncomfortable for them, having to decide whether or not to speak out about what they observe or whether to keep it to themselves because most people won't understand anyway. Does any of this sound like you? Let me know in the comments. If so, you may be an INFJ and have one of the rarest personalities on Earth. You've got this, now go get it done. Grab yourself some more brain food to help you level up and love your life, and click on one of the videos on your screen right now.